and then it's all yours.
Okay, so you guys said that you went to the Brits, it was this year, 2006. How was it for you? Was that your first Brits?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy actually.
Pretty impressive. It was like you go in there, it's like, oh my god, you realise how big it is, and just like I can't believe you're actually there. Really, it's just
After like watching it, year after year on TV and stuff, and crazy performances and stuff. But yeah, it was cool to take part, and we were nominated, so it was.
And were you just surrounded by like celebrities and
Not really. Really.
Well, kind of like, we'd done all the festivals, so we'd been, around like, bands like the Kaiser Chiefs and Hardfire and stuff like that.
I think we were probably most excited the fact that Anthony Johnson's was behind us and the Arcade Fire as well. Yeah. That was the most exciting thing for us.
We got to hang out with bands.
And
Excuse me.
Was that you? I hear these noises going on back there.
I don't think Anthony Johnson's either.
If you guys, I'm asking this to everybody. If you could, the Brits is all about the one big collaboration. I can't remember who it was this year. The year before it was Joss Stone and Robbie Williams. If you could collaborate with anybody on the show, who would it be with? If you could perform and collaborate.
Yeah, it would have been cool. I mean, it would be great. We toured with Brian Wilson, so it would have been great to actually do something. We ended up singing with him live on stage. So to do that for the Brits would have been cool. Or someone like Neil Young or something like. I think that would be quite cool.
And if you could have any set that you want, if there was money and no objects, I've been asking this everybody I've interviewed, and I've had Golden Dwarves, I've had. Naked Men and Strawberries, and anything. If you could have any set, a set's made.
The Golden Dwarves thing is kind of been done a bit because Kanye West had the whole Golden Girls last year.
Well, I think maybe a big fishing boat.
Okay then.
Would it be mechanical?
Yeah.
Rocking back and forth.
And with fish jumping up and down, and live ones.
We're going a bit underwater now.
It's funny you should say that because McFly have wanted to do an entire set in a big tank underwater as well. So it kind of maybe do collaboration with underwater.
I don't know.
So talking a bit about the categories, lots of guitar bands this year. Skinny jeans, curly hair is the way, I feel.
Skinny jeans, curly hair.
Are you a member of the Kooks?
No.
How do you feel about the Arctic Monkeys? I mean, they had the biggest selling debut album in the UK ever.
Really? Wow.
Yes. Do you think they're worthy of the hype, or?
I mean, I've listened to that album. I actually like a couple of songs on it, but for me as a whole, it gets a little bit sort of. I do like them, and we saw them live, and I thought it was really energetic, and it was great. But as a whole thing, it's like it's not really something. I didn't.
Yeah, it's not really
think
something.
It was as good as everyone sort of made out, but I'm sure that they've got
a good thing going on where they don't do any TV or any press.
Yeah,
that in a way is just. But
the thing is,
more hype.
I think for being that young and stuff, they're coming across. You got either really too cool for school, which is fine, and but at the same time a little bit sort of grumpy and sort of silly, really, because they don't do IDs or whatever. But each to their own, and that's cool.
Well, I saw Alex lead singer in a pub, like in an East End pub once, and I expected him to be really moody. He was really kind of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just.
It's just a big
What about the likes of Razorlight?
Pass on that one. I don't want to know.
No, we'll just stop there, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. The Kooks?
You're not going to get much from us, really. I mean, I really, if you want us to say, I think that guy's voice is really, really irritating.
But it's fine.
He looks cool with his hat, and
Well, they're quite young. They've actually went to the because the Brit Awards is a charity, and they actually went to the Brit School. They liked.
That's cool.
Yes.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, I've not heard either of Razorlight or the Kooks. I've not heard their albums that they brought out this year, like the whole thing. So.
Okay. What about kind of? They're not old school, but Keen.
I pissed Angela off the other day because I said I was listening to it, like XFM was on. I was like, actually that new Keys song is not too, it's not too bad. She's like, no.
I've just never been a fan. It's just since the first time I heard them, I was like,
it's funny how you hold back when there's a camera.
Not
in front of you.
really.
Yeah, I've just never really been a fan, really.
You're showing me this now, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Well, there was a song you did like the Crystal Ball, Krista Berg. Oh, Krista Berg.
Yeah.
Everyone. See, it wasn't just us. So.
The Krista Berg song.
Okay, a band who I've never been a fan of, but I saw them at Reading Festival. I was blown away by the big lights and
Muse.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, they're a band
Totally
that
worthy of the recognition that they get, I think.
I think they put on a great show, and I think amazing musicians, and and that Starlight single. I haven't heard their whole album, but that last single they had out, I really liked, and I've always liked Muse.
Yeah,
really.
you can just tell a lot of thought's gone into what they're doing, and it really shows, I think.
because the Brits have got a live award.
Right, I think they should. Yeah.
That we see
if we're not up for the live award, then we'll give it to Muse.
we've seen them at Reading like about 3 years ago, and it just blew my mind. It's just like, oh my god, it's amazing. So,
Great guitar player, great drummer, great bass. So all cool. We would definitely go with Muse for best live band. I think they actually will win that. Yeah, I think.
Is it important? It's obviously important for you guys to be able to play live.
I think it's one of the most important things for for a proper band. That's where you get the immediate thing with the fans, and
that's how we started as well. Playing live as much as possible, and just getting the word out there. It wasn't really any kind of. It was just word of mouth. Actual people come to see you and enjoying it, and telling other people, and them coming and enjoying it, and that's how it grew. And I think it's just it's a healthy way to start.
So this year, moving on to male category, James Blunt, quite controversial one, British male, and there seem to be a couple more singer-songwriters of that ilk that have come out this year. James Morrison.
He's in the James category, yes. James Blunt, James Morrison.
Should be Jim Morrison.
It's I don't know what to say.
We've heard a little bit of James Morrison, and it's not really going.
Not really. It's not really our thing.
It's one for the mums, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Paolo Nutini? No, I think he's a little bit different.
Yeah, he is
Slightly,
a little different.
yeah.
That Jenny, Don't Be Hasty. That's a good song. Really, I
think he's got a good voice.
He does have a really good voice for a guy who's like, what is he, 19?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like really
he
mature.
Cool. And and I think
he's Scottish.
Is he Scottish?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Scottish.
And
doesn't sound Scottish, but
we saw him during, I think it was the Camden Crawl thing, and we saw him live do I saw him live do a couple of songs, and I liked it. So yeah, I would say him over James Morrison.
It's funny because when I was talking to his plugger, he really kind of thought he was going to be going down the XFM, that kind of audience route, and they were getting him to do like the GMTVs, and apparently he was like, well, I don't want to be doing anything.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
What about Tom York? Have you heard his?
Yeah, that album's great. It's kind of it's a funny one really, because when I first got that record, it took a while. It was a good few listens, but I've been a huge fan of Radiohead, and Michelle, my sister, she loves that record. So
yeah, I haven't actually heard it, but I would like to. Now you have to go on iTunes now after this interview. Just buy it.
And what about David Gilmour?
I haven't heard that album.
I've heard that actually. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah.
Is he Pink Floyd? Are you a fan?
Yeah, bits of Pink Floyd, like some early Pink Floyd, and there's different. You can sort of dip but I've heard some of that album. It's okay, but I would say, the Tom York record of the bunch is one that we like.
And a man that everybody's got opinion on, Robbie Williams.
Robbie?
Yeah.
I haven't heard his new album.
Have you heard any of his albums?
Have you heard the new single?
Apart from the singles.
Yeah, sorry.
You haven't heard his new one. No.
I haven't heard his new album, but all the other albums,
I haven't heard them either.
No, I mean...
There was Rude Box where he rapped on.
Yeah. Did the dodgy rap, but I thought it was kind of different You know, it's kind of...
It's kind of like when Madonna did the dodgy rap as well, isn't it? It's like, why?
Well, they're just trying to break out, I think. Just trying to do something
Sometimes
different.
You gotta go a little
You
bit,
just have to go
badass. You know? Bust some rhymes.
He's been like the most. He's got the most BRIT awards ever.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need another one, does he?
Dean would agree.
She was like,
Moving on to. Oh, what actually Richard Ashcroft?
Now,
No, that's a kettle of fish.
no, the thing is, for me, I love Richard Ashcroft, right? I was a huge fan of the Verve and everything. And, you know, really from really early on. And the 2 solo albums before this one I really liked as well. But this last one wasn't 100% sort of feeling it. But I think he's a great lyricist. He believes and he's, you know... And I really wanted to love it because it was one of those I bought, like, you know, the first day it come out and I was like, yeah, cool. And there's some great moments on there, but I thought his other 2 solo records was better.
I saw him at the Isle of Wight Festival and was really enjoying it, and then he went into a political rant for about 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Wow.
About what?
About Tony Blair and lots of expletives about...
Boring.
I think
Not really, it was a summer day in Isle of Wight, it was lovely. And,
the thing is, I think, you know, someone like that you know, that he's just hugely passionate. So it's like, you know, something might irk him and he might say something, or, you know, and he always, like, whenever I read interviews, he always, you know, he just says some good stuff. So.
Moving on to the ladies, Corinne Bailey Ray, been hugely successful over here and of course over in the US, won 2 MOBO awards earlier this year. Are you a fan of her?
Yeah,
I haven't actually heard that album either.
I haven't heard the album or anything, but I like her. From what I've heard, I have liked, and I think she's got a really cool voice, and it seems real, you know. Some people it seems real, and
it's definitely honest, which is, we're all about that. So.
And Lily Allen, who has just caused controversy this year, you know, come out of kind of nowhere and has had lots of opinions to say about lots of people.
This is really bad, this interview.
So you want a bitch or you want to be nice?
Okay.
What lots of people have said about Lily is, you know, love her music, don't have a pop at me, you know, she's young and therefore is, you know, obviously doesn't know the way of the world.
To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of her music, but I kind of like the fact that she's slated everybody. It's quite funny. But I think, you know, the style of music that she does it's not really my cup of tea, but when you listen to some of her lyrics, it's actually quite funny. So, you know.
I've only heard the one song, the Smile song thing, and, you know, that was okay.
I'm sure there are thousands of teenagers out in the UK going, about, you know, she's kind of girl power all over again. Amy Winehouse, back with the second album. I saw her playing at Coco on Tuesday. Yeah, just the most jammed audience I've ever seen. Yeah, and she was kind of compos mentis, and amazing voice. But obviously, you know, she's also got a reputation for being quite, you know, outlandish. What do you think about Amy?
She's got quite a different voice. When you speak to her, her voice is quite different to when she actually sings, right? And that's quite a nice contrast.
That is a cool as well. That's a good one. I love that. No,
yeah. I sense there's a beef, so I'm going to walk away.
No beef.
No beef at all. Just I don't really want to slate people too much.
I saw her on the Charlotte Chat. Have you seen her on the Charlotte Chat?
I seen that and I thought that they murdered Seven Nation Army extremely well. Like they couldn't have killed it anymore. So.
And what about Jamelia? She's a bit of an institution. Personally, I love Jamelia. This album's like kind of rocky now. She's sampled Depeche Mode on her latest single.
I haven't heard it, but every time she's come out, she's always come out pretty. She's done something new with it, and you know. But I haven't heard anything. We've been away so much, we don't get to hear anything. So it's like.
Do you know that Oasis have got outstanding achievements at the Brits next year? Have they been influential to you at all? Have you bought their albums? Do you think they're worthy of it after 10 years?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I've bought their albums. I've actually probably bought all of their albums. Yeah. But Yeah, I think, definitely, I think they're worthy of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
Yeah. Keep going, man.
Because they've influenced loads of different bands. And there is like, it's like not all the time you get the timing just so perfect, and they had it sort of really perfect. What they were singing about, and just the kind of mood of everyone. So like, it was just, and I don't think that comes around that often. So for me, I think, they got loads of people buying guitars and joining groups and wanting to write songs, and being a bit, crazy, and so it's cool. And I think, I think that's.
You've had the pleasure to meet Gallagher.
Yes, both of them.
Yeah, we met.
Very pleasant.
No,
we met 3 of them, didn't we?
3 of them.
Yeah, their brother Paul.
Oh, we met their brother as well. That was well early on.
Forget about him.
yeah, we've met all 3.
Yeah, we met all 3 of them. It's quite funny.
But,
we did a really bad gig that night, didn't we?
Yeah, we're not talking about that though.
But yeah, we've met them. They've been cool to us, and it was one of those things. There's certain people you meet in bands, and when I did meet Noel or sort of seen Liam in the same room, I did kind of think, there's some people in bands that kind of feel kind of otherworldly kind of thing. Like you kind of do think, oh shit, that's Liam Gallagher, and like Jack White from the White Stripes. You kind of.
But it's very different with them when they actually talk to you. They're just completely,
they're really
completely normal, and it's.
And they had good things to say about our band, and they were quite cool,
Always.
and they'd come to see us play live and stuff. So it's cool, but that's not like the reason we're saying. They were a band that Oasis and Verve at that time was really kind of perfect, I thought.
And you talked about Jack White. What do you think about the Raconteurs? Do you think it's better than White Stripes? Can they not be compared to the White Stripes?
I don't think you can compare it really. I think the White Stripes is a whole thing in its own thing, and it's grown into such a. It's just a whole kind of thing that you can't really touch. And but the Raconteurs are brilliant as well. It's like
I think you just wanted to be in a band again. You just wanted to kind of be away from having to put on the same colours and do the same, and just rock out with other people and play with and because the White Stripes he's cornered himself in this thing that is brilliant because it makes you think in a way, and you have to sort of stick to something and be really regimented and kind of being creative in a small space. But with that, I think they're a good band. I've not seen them live yet, but I heard the album. It's cool. So
I interviewed them the other day, and I got one word answer. It was a very scary interview.
I've met the bass
Greenhorns guys are really shy. They're really quiet.
The bass player when we did Big Day Out tour with them. He's very quiet, very timid guy, but really sweet. I haven't actually spoke to any of the rest of them though, but very cool.
Well, staying over in America, the Killers.
Yeah, I like the Killers.
Yeah.
So everyone's going on about the the second album, how it's amazing, and there's anthems on it. I think the first album personally is better, and I question the new kind of Colonel Sanders look.
Yes.
Is there what you think about that?
Well, they come from Las Vegas, right? Yeah. And he is dressing up like a guy who deals out cards, which is why not if you come from Vegas.
They changed their look and stuff. But I don't know.
I personally prefer the first one to what I've heard from
the second. I don't know. I like I think there's lyrical kind of imagery and stuff. It's kind of cool. But I've not heard the whole album. But I wouldn't turn them off.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I would listen.
You'd always give them a listen and see what you thought.
I thought that first single coming back was quite good.
And what about bands quite different, moving away from the kind of guitar bands, but they've been very successful? Niles Barkley obviously had Crazy.
I think they're I think they're really cool. Really, I mean that first 2 singles of that album, brilliant. The second, the actual drum beat that they used was amazing, and
they've just done
their video for that as well. It was just
yeah, we like them.
Yeah.
That's their Gone Daddy Gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I went to go see them, and they were dressed up as hippies, 1960s hippies. Apparently they dress up differently every night.
Yeah, I see them on Jonathan Ross where they had the whole Austin Powers theme, which was great. Had a backing singer who was a mini-me, who was standing on a box with his little feet on his knees. It was great.
And what about Damien Rice? I haven't heard the new album because I think it's only just come out actually, but were you a fan of the first?
Yeah. I like the first album. I love Lisa Hannigan's voice, the girl that sings with him. I think, that album for me at that time when it came out, I listened to it a lot and really liked it. So I haven't heard
the new one.
And just to end in America, Scissor Sisters.
Yeah, man, they
Sisters.
It's cool, you know. They're completely out there on their own. You know, you can't really touch it. It's kind of.
They're a crazy sort of disco, crazy offbeat kind of pop group, which is great. And the B-52s were or whoever, you know. So.
I loved it in 2005 when they won their awards and they performed. They were just so humble about it all, and quite emotional about it. Because I think it was a struggle for them to get what they got.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask you a few generic questions, if that's okay. Are there any? In fact, Yes, we're doing a little feature about bands that we think people should look out for next year, and who might be at the Brits next year, for example. Somebody did some research for me and said that you guys are a fan of Absentee.
Yes.
Have you got something to say about them? Because what we're going to do is just give a little kind of, we recommend or we think this band are great, and I'm going to show a bit of their video and just kind of give them a chance.
Cool.
So do you want to?
That's great.
That's cool.
Go for it.
One of our favourite new bands are a band based in East London, a band called Absentee, and just like sort of quite sort of Velvet Underground-esque, but sort of country and just
quirky lyrics.
Yeah, lyrically
probably,
brilliant. Kind of coming from I don't know, sort of Jarvis Cocker type way, where singing about life and that sort of like dirty aspects of relationships and sex and everything.
And almost slight comedy element in there as well, but then really making you feel something as well.
Yeah, and great songs. So we would definitely recommend people watching out for them.
And their album Schmo Time, which is it's
a classic.
Yeah. And how did you hear about them?
Well, we've just known them for.
Yeah, we've known them for a while, but we've toured with them. We've had them supporting us, and we've just become good friends and everything. But it's also their mini album and their new record. It's like always on the bus, and sometimes we mess around and play their songs. Sometimes.
We've known Dan and Melinda for good few years. So it's
but
cool.
they're a band that's like that I think they've got their following and they've got this thing growing, but I think they need to someone to sort of like go and for people to.
Okay, fantastic. And if I can just ask you a couple of generic questions, what's the first record you bought?
First record I ever bought, I went halves with my friend in Trinidad, and I bought Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses, and he would keep the sleeve and I'd keep the record, and then every now and again we'd swap until I decided, look, I'm just going to learn how to tape it onto a cassette, and then I just gave him the record and I had the copy. But it was an album that to this day I still put on and go back in time and think that was the record that really kind of made me. I looked at them as a gang and made me want to pick up the guitar and be in a band because of the whole, like the Stones or whatever, proper group. So Guns N' Roses, Appetite.
And I can ask you, what's the last record you bought? What's the most recent record?
Last, I think it was probably Hi, How Are You by Daniel Johnston. It was. Yeah. I think he's amazing, and I think it's really like a lot of his albums, like just they're so simple, but his lyrics are amazing and just so really make you think. And he's got a song called was it I Had Lost My Mind, and it's it's just brilliant. It's really
it's
great.
Just really kind of pure. And
completely does it all himself as well, so it's great.
Okay, and is there anyone that you guys would like to see perform at the Brits 2007?
I'm trying to think who. I guess I'm sure. Like Muse. I'm thinking of like a cool collaboration. Because I think like Gorillaz with Gnarls Barkley.
That would be
cool.
That'd be very cool. But they did one last year, didn't they? So
did they do one last
year? They
year?
played at the Brits last year.
Oh, the Gorillaz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Gorillaz did. Yeah, that's right. So. But yeah, we like Gorillaz.
Yeah.
Are they up for another one or no?
I don't think they'd be eligible.
Right.
So I don't think their albums and their eligibility. Are you guys happy to do idents or not? Are you happy
No,
to-
we take the Arctic monkeys.
It's just straight down the back of the lens, and if you say, hi, we're the magic numbers, make sure you watch The Brits Are Coming. And there's going to be 3 of them, if that's all right.
Yep.
You can put it in your own language. You don't have to use my words.
You're watching The Brits Are Coming.
Make sure you tune in. To
Make sure
you watch The Brits Are
you
Coming.
watch.
Okay.
3.
Hi, we're the magic numbers.
Make sure you watch The Brits Are Coming.
That wasn't quite
Do
sure.
you want to do it again?
I'd leave it to the boys.
Okay, the next one is same thing. Make sure tune in to the Brit Awards, so it's for the main show.
Okay.
You want to do?
Should we do the first one again?
Yeah, I'll do
Oh,
the
if you want
first
to do the
one.
first
Yeah.
one again, yeah.
3.
Hi, we're the magic numbers, and make sure you watch The Brits Are Coming.
Great. And on for the main show, so the Brit Awards 2007.
Make sure you tune in, yeah?
Yeah, make sure you tune in to the Brit Awards 2007.
Okay.
3 and...
Hi, we're the magic numbers,
And
make sure you tune in to the Brit Awards
2007.
The Brit Awards, yeah?
Just the Brit Awards, I say 2007.
Okay.
3 and...
Hi, we're the magic numbers, and make sure you tune in to the Brit Awards. The Brit Awards.
What did I say? The Brits Awards.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
Should we do it again?
Yep, yes, do it.
3 and...
Hi, we're the magic numbers, and make sure you tune in to the Brit Awards.
And there's one more for the launch show.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Tune into the Brits launch, and you can say something like where you can find out who is going to be nominated.
Okay.
Who's going to say that?
You are.
Okay, so hi, we're the magic numbers. Make sure you tune into the
The Brits launch, where you can find out who's going to get
Okay.
nominated.
3 and...
Hi, we're the magic numbers, and make sure you tune in to the Brit Awards.
Come on, guys!
The Brits Award launch. So it's the Brits launch, where
Brits
you can
launch.
find out who's
Okay.
going to get nominated.
Okay.
Or you can find out all the nominations.
3 and...
Hi, we're the magic numbers, and make sure you tune in to the Brit launch. Oh God!
Fucking hell.
It's the Brit launch!
Somebody want to say Brits launch?
said awards.
Come on,
I
man.
You said awards.
Come
I
on.
said, how'd you say awards?
You
Was
know,
it?
Makes it interesting.
What is it? Brits
Brits,
launch?
see how many times
Brits
I
launch.
fuck it up.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. 3 and...
Hi, we're the magic numbers, and make sure you tune in to the Brits launch.
where you can see who gets nominated.
Yay! Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks so
God,
much.
so bad.
Thank you.